Hey, good evening, everyone. I know usually I do my reviews a little bit earlier in the day, but I figured I'd do it now to get out of the way in case I forgot. And I figured the review I wanted to do, which I thought would be interesting, is the Hitman's uh, wife's bodyguard. So basically, the whole premise behind this one is the sequel to the Hitman's Bodyguard, which takes place 4 years after the events of the first film, which uh, the bodyguard character, Michael Bryce, played by Ryan Reynolds, is put on like a sabbatical, leave to help him out with stress. But little does he know that ends up reuniting him with his uh, with Darius Kincaid, the hitman that uh, you know he was assigned to protect. And on the first movie, and it's kind of interesting seeing how the former rivals, even though like they get on their nerves, each other's nerves, with their witty banter and all that. And of course, Darius Kincaid's wife, Sophia, once again played by Salma Hayek, returns in a much more larger, integral role, since the story this time involves Sophia's character as well as since Sophia and Darius are trying to conceive a child, and of course more Sophia's backstory is developed, including the fact that she had a former lover by the name of Aristos, once again reuniting Salma Hayek with Antonio Banderas, who plays the bad guy in this movie, and of course Morgan Freeman plays Michael Bryce Sr., the stepfather of Ryan Reynolds' character, which is kind of interesting that they chose him of all people to play the part, which I thought was pretty interesting, you know, casting. So, and I will say, in terms of what I thought about the sequel, I mean, despite the bad reviews for it, quite honestly, I thought it was much. I mean, it was better than I expected. It had a lot of action. It had a lot of comedy, particularly, Salma Hayek's character, Sophia, and I mean, hopefully there'll be a third movie, but we'll see. I guess, like you say, and when money talks, bullshit walks. I guess if that's the old saying. So I guess we'll see what happens. All right, everyone, have a good night, and of course, for those that have seen the first movie, feel free to share what you thought about it. If you thought the first one was better, or the second one was better, or if both were equal. I mean, I know everybody will have their own taste, so I'd feel interested to hear what people have to say. And, of course, there's always some feedback would be pretty cool as well to hear about as well. All right, everyone, thanks again, and good night.